तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजाननं बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजाननं असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजाननं असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजाननं पाहि गजाननं पाहि गजाननं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजाननं असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजाननं पाहि गजाननं पाहि गजाननं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं गुरुदेवा गुरु गोविंदा। गुरुदेवा गुरु गोविंदा। मंदर गिरिधर शिरडिपुरीश्वर। मंदर गिरिधर शिरडिपुरीश्वर। जयपतीश्वर साई शिवा। जयपतीश्वर साई शिवा। गुरुदेवा गुरु गोविंदा। सुंदर रूपा श्री साई देवा। सुंदर रूपा श्री साई देवा। वैदेही मोहन नारायणा। वैदेही मोहन नारायणा। वैदेही मोहन नारायणा। वैदेही मोहन नारायणा। गुरुदेवा गुरु गोविंदा। मंदर गिरिधर शिरडिपुरीश्वर। जयपतीश्वर साई शिवा। गुरुदेवा गुरु गोविंदा। सुंदर रूपा श्री साई देवा। वैदेही मोहन नारायणा। वैदेही मोहन नारायणा। वैदेही मोहन नारायणा। गुरुदेवा गुरु गोविंदा।
देवकी तनया दयानिधे। देवकी तनया दयानिधे। दयानिधे कृपानिधे। दयानिधे कृपानिधे। तनया दयानिधे दर्शन दीजो देव देवा दर्शन दीजो देव देवा दर्शन दीजो साई देवा दर्शन दीजो साई देवा दीनानाथ साई नाथा दीनानाथ साई नाथा देवकी तनया दयानिधे दयानिधे कृपानिधे देवकी तनया दयानिधे दर्शन दीजो देव देवा दर्शन दीजो साई देवा दर्शन दीजो साई देवा दीनानाथ साई नाथा दीनानाथ साई नाथा देवकी तनया दयानिधे हर 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 नमामि शंकर भज मन साई राम हर 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 नमामि शंकर भज मन साई राम हर हर शिव शिव सदा शिवा भज मन साई हर हर शिव शिव सदा शिवा भज मन साई शिव 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 सदा शिवा भज मन साई शिव 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 सदा शिवा भज मन साई हर हर नमामि शंकर भज मन साई हर हर शिव शिव सदा शिवा भज मन साई शिव 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 सदा शिवा भज मन साई राम। हर 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 नमामि शंकर भज मन साई राम।
जय पांडुरंगा जय विठ्ठला, जय पांडुरंगा जय विठ्ठला, जगतोधारा हरि विठ्ठला, जगतोधारा हरि विठ्ठला। पंढरीनाथा जय हरि विठ्ठला, पंढरीनाथा जय हरि विठ्ठला, पुरंदर विठ्ठला परम दयाला, पुरंदर विठ्ठला परम दयाला, जय पांडुरंगा जय विठ्ठला, जगतोधारा हरि विठ्ठला, पंढरीनाथा जय हरि विठ्ठला, पुरंदर विठ्ठला परम दयाला, पुरंदर विठ्ठला परम दयाला, जय पांडुरंगा जय विठ्ठला। कृष्ण कृष्ण मन मोहना, कृष्ण कृष्ण मन मोहना, चित्त चोरा राधा जीवना, चित्त चोरा राधा जीवना, मेघ श्याम मधुसूदना, मेघ श्याम मधुसूदना, राधा कांता यदुनंदना, राधा कांता यदुनंदना, कृष्ण कृष्ण मन मोहना, चित्त चोरा राधा जीवना, मेघ श्याम मधुसूदना, राधा कांता यदुनंदना, राधा कांता यदुनंदना, कृष्ण कृष्ण मन मोहना। तुम हो अनाथ नाथ भगवान, साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान। मात पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो, माता पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो, भक्त सखा गुरु बंधु तुम हो, भक्त सखा भगवान। दीन सखा भगवान, ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान। तुम हो अनाथ नाथ भगवान।
वनमाली वासुदेवा जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा, वनमाली वासुदेवा जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा, जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा, जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा, शशिवदना सरसि जनयना जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा, शशिवदना सरसि जनयना जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा, शशिवदना सरसि जनयना जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा, वनमाली वासुदेवा जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा शशिवदना सरसिजनयना जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा शशिवदना सरसिजनयना जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा शशिवदना सरसिजनयना जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा 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 हरि 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 राधा रमणा राधा रमणा वनमाली वासुदेवा जगन्मोहन राधा रमणा
One young lady got married to a naval officer. After marriage, she was accompanying her husband on her first voyage in the sea. Unfortunately, the ship got caught in a terrible storm. It was getting tossed by the waves on the high seas, and that created tremendous fear amongst all the passengers. The lady's husband, the naval officer, was the captain of the ship. He was completely calm and peaceful. She was astonished at his equipoise and said, "My dear husband, when everybody is besieged by fear, how is it that you are able to attain such calm?" The husband took out his sword from the sheath and placed the naked blade on his wife's head. He said, "Darling, are you feeling scared?" The wife smiled. "Why should I feel scared? I have got the blade on your head. It can go through your skull. You are not scared." She said, "My dear husband, the sword is in your hands. You are my well-wisher. I have complete faith that you will always work for my protection. Then why should I be scared?" The husband said, "In the same way, I have complete faith that God is my well-wisher, and this ship is in His hands. He will always protect me. Whatever He does will be for my well-being." Protection doesn't mean that my material luxuries should remain. I have faith that He is my benefactor. So, the third point in surrender is exactly this. Anukulyasya sankalpah pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyati vishwaso. The Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu states, to have faith that God is my protector. That fearlessness is the sign of Sharanagati. Just like Arjun was surrendered to Lord Krishna. And what was the consequence? During the battle of Mahabharata, when Duryodhan taunted Pitama, grandsire Bhishma, that you are being lenient with the Pandavas. If you wished, you could have killed them. Bhishma felt insulted and he made a resolve. Tomorrow, by sunset, I will either slay their best warrior, Gandhivdhari Arjun, or else to protect him, Lord Krishna will have to break his vow and lift weapons in this war. When the war ended that day in the evening at dusk, as was the rule in those days, Dharma Yudh, even the war would be according to rules. The news spread amidst the Pandav camp that Bhishma Pitama had resolved to slay Arjun the next day by sunset. Everybody fell into deep gloom. What will happen tomorrow? Lord Krishna was also contemplating over the situation and thinking about it. It became 2 in the night. Suddenly, he thought, if I am so concerned about Arjun's death, how worried he must be. Let me go and console him. So he got out of his tent and walked over to the tent where Arjun was supposedly sleeping. Lord Krishna heard sounds of snoring. My, so peaceful. He shook his friend and said, Parth. Arjun said, Maharaj, at this time in the night, what is the matter? Shri Krishna said, have you not heard of the resolve made by Bhishma? Arjun said, yes, Maharaj, I also received the WhatsApp message. Shri Krishna said, are you not concerned or worried about it? Arjun said, my lord, for my protection, if you are so worried that till 2 in the morning you are unable to sleep, then why should I worry? Vyas bharose kumari ke sovat pav pasar. Let me do my best and have full faith he is taking care of me. Because ultimately that is all we can do. Strive to do the utmost in our actions. Even in the world, a father takes care of the child. If the child says, Father, will you give me bread tomorrow? The father will say, what is wrong with him? Does he doubt whether I'll feed him or not? Our scriptures say, Bhojanat chhadane chinta vritha kurvanti vaishnava yosau vishvambharo devo sabhaktan kimupekshate. That Lord is Vishwambhar. He is taking care of all the living beings in the world. You don't find elephants going hungry. These elephants are such big creatures. They eat enormous amounts. But God has ensured that they get what they need for their sustenance. You know, our ashram in India, in Orissa, is an elephant country. By the side is a forest reserve. And every once in a while, many times a year, the elephants walk in. They eat the cabbages and go away. That is when I came to study elephants from close quarters. And I understood so many interesting things. Firstly, God has given them tremendous memories. Why? Because their size makes them vulnerable. When they enter the village, people will start throwing things. But now people know that if I so much as throw a stone on the elephant, it will remember me for life. And there have been episodes when the elephant returned after many years and remembering the person lifted and killed that person. That is why people are scared of attacking these creatures. And then again, If they revisit the same place for fodder, people will be prepared. So they go to a different location every day of the year, and their memory acts to their benefit, where they can remember 365 routes. So, God is taking care of these huge creatures. He's also taking care of the little ants. Growing up in India, we often had this experience that if a little bit of food got left somewhere on the shelf or the table, after 6 hours, you would find a row of ants coming to take it away. So, I would often be curious, being a student of science. I would ponder, how did these ants come to know that there is cashew nut on top of the table? Because there were no ants visible in the room. And this cashew doesn't have any smell worth talking about. I would often ask scientists and elders, how does the ant come to know? When nobody was able to give an answer, then I concluded for myself that God is sitting inside the ant and inspiring it. Climb this wooden leg. You will find food for yourself on top. This is Vishwambhar, the Lord who takes care of all living beings. The Bible puts it so well. Look at the birds in the field. They neither plow the land, nor sow the seeds, nor reap and harvest, nor store away in barns. And yet our Heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more than they? I have heard that once Mother Lakshmi was pressing the feet of Lord Vishnu as he lay on Anantakshesh in the ocean of milk Kshir Sagar. That was her daily seva to her divine husband, the Supreme Lord of the universe. So Lord Vishnu, lying on Anantashesh, suddenly exclaimed, "Oh Lakshmi, I have to do so much of work in this world." Lakshmi said, "Maharaj, you have to do so much of work, but all I see is that you keep lying in this bed and I keep pressing your feet. At least I am doing more work than you are." Lord Vishnu said, "Lakshmi, this is my external form, my Leela. Internally, I am sitting in everyone's hearts as the Paramatma, maintaining the universe, taking care of their needs, noting their karmas, giving the results." Lakshmi thought, let me put my husband's words to test. Next day, in the morning, she got a little ant and she placed the ant in a small jewel case while she was doing her shringar and closed the lid, thinking, let's see my husband's prowess in protecting this little ant. Apparently, it was without food all day long. But at night, when Lakshmi Devi opened the lid of the jewel case, she discovered the ant was hale and hearty and strong. Unknown to her, a little grain of rice from her head from the puja had fallen into the case and provided fodder to the ant for the day. So do you see that millions of ants there have died of hunger? The Lord is taking care of all living beings. When we surrender to Him, don't you think He's going to take even more care of us? That faith, that trust is what Sharanagati is all about. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. he says, Arjun, although I am taking care of everyone in general, those who do my Sharanagati, who engage in my unalloyed devotion, Yogakshemam Vahamyaham, I maintain their Yogaksham. So what does Yogakshem mean? Yoga means whatever spiritual asset they need for success in sadhana, but they do not possess, I arrange for them to develop or receive it. And Kshem means what spiritual virtues they have acquired over lifetimes. I ensure that they are able to protect it. The extent to which we progress in our surrender, to that extent, this faith will keep growing. And to that extent, we will become fearless. So this faith that I am surrendering to God and He is taking care of me, this is the third aspect of Sharanagati.
Om Jai Jagadisha Hare, Swami Sathya Sai Hare, Bhaktadana Samrakshaka, Bhaktadana Samrakshaka, Bhakti Maheshwara, Om Jai Jagadisha Hare, Shashi Bhagana Shri Kara, Sarva Pranapati, Swami Sarva Pranapati, Ashrita Kalpaladika, Ashrita Kalpaladika, Apatandava, Om Jai Jagadisha Hare, Mata Pita Guru Daivam, Mariyantayunive, Swami Mariyantayunive, Nada Brahma Jagannatha, Nada Brahma Jagannatha, Nagendra Shayana, Om Jai Jagadisha Hare, Om Rupa Rudasi Uchari Mahadeva, Sathya Sai Mahadeva, Mangala Arati Antuko, Mangala Arati Antuko, Mandala Giridhari, Om Jai Jagadisha Hare, Narayana Narayana, Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Narayana, Narayana Narayana, Om Sathya Narayana Narayana, Sathya Narayana Narayana, Om Jai Sadgurudeva, Narayana Narayana, Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Narayana, Narayana Narayana, Om Sathya Narayana Narayana, Sathya Narayana Narayana, Om Jai Sadgurudeva, Narayana Narayana, Sathya Narayana Narayana Narayana, Narayana Narayana, Sathya Narayana Narayana, Sathya Narayana Narayana. Om Jai Sadgurudeva. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti.
साईं बाबा जी की जय।